leader. Celeb chef Bobby Blaze up in the co-host kitchen game with fearless flavors straight from his kitchen.
Welcome back. So, while Congress was talking about the whistleblower yesterday, Trump was at a private event at the UN where he made this not-so-veiled threat. Watch.
Who's the person that gave the whistleblower the information? Because that's close to a spy. You know what we used to do in the old days when we were smart, right? With spies and treason, right? We used to handle it a little differently than we do now.
First of all, he needs to take the word treason out of his mouth. Number one.
Actually, he could call himself that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I say take it out.
Compromising national security is treason.
Well, I guess, and I don't know the exact definition. I thought treason, actual treason, was when we were at war. But we are having a cyber war.
We're having a cyber war.
Now, isn't this witness intimidation?
Oh.
Is it against the law?
I hadn't even thought of that. But yeah, certainly if there's an impeachment inquiry that has been announced, that could be witness intimidation, Joy.
Yeah.
But remember, he did.
Yeah.
He did when Michael Cohen was on trial. Remember when he did witness intimidation?
Yes.
Well, it's a
what
threat.
He did.
He's a mobster.
It's a threat because we used to hang and kill spies, right?
But at the same
so
time,
it's a veiled threat.
the New York Times is reporting details of the whistleblower's identity, which I didn't think they should be doing because of this.
No.
Because there are already threats against this, I believe, man's life.
Is it? We don't even know.
I believe so. I mean,
we don't know
again,
that.
read the New York Times, but it's highly irresponsible.
Yeah. But you know what amazes me, though, is the president has threatened the leakers. They've had a problem with leaking. Probably the worst we've ever seen in a White House since he's been in office. But what amazes me is still, after all this time, there are people that feel it is more important to be inside the walls and to share important information like this to the whistleblower than it is to resign.
But you know,
right?
But I feel one of the things that disturbs me is he's gotten rid of all of the adults in the room that were inside the wall, right?
Right.
Yes.
John Kelly, Mattis, McMaster. Even Jeff Sessions had the integrity to recuse himself. He's instead surrounded himself by people who are willing to do
But this is what I
cover-ups
was
and
trying to say in the last segment.
Him to stop.
That's what I was trying to say in the last segment. What makes me so sad about this is you have such good people that want to serve our government, that want to help the American people. Why do they want to do that anymore?
Right.
Why would you want to put, if you have a well-respected career like Joe McGuire, he was a retired Navy officer. He has done, go look at his resume, Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
When he was sitting there yesterday, I can guarantee he was thinking in his mind, how did I get here? How did I live my whole life to help other people? Now I'm here, but it's not fair. But what the problem is, you're not going to get good people that want to serve anymore.
All right, let's
and that's
do
a
this.
tragedy.
Let's do this one now. Speaker Nancy Pelosi responded to people who accused her of flip-flopping on impeachment. Here's what she said.
It wasn't a question of changing of mind. People say that to me, when did you change your mind? It doesn't change my mind. The facts change the situation. It is wrong for any foreign government to interfere in our elections. And here you have the President of the United States asking for that.
So she had got good timing, I think. She was waiting for the moment, and he handed it to her.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So this could still backfire, of course. You know, you never know where the country's going to go.
She had to do the right thing, though, and I've been saying it all along. The Congress has a constitutional duty of oversight. They have to do their job. And the reason that I think that this president was emboldened, if these allegations are true, to threaten the Ukrainian president to do his bidding is because he wasn't held to task after the Mueller report came out. It's the only reason he was still willing to go
is when he was on the phone to the guy in the Ukraine.
The very next day.
It's like, hey, I got away with it, man. Bring it on.
Exactly.
Let's see how else I can destroy the next election.
I think Pelosi is reflective of where the country is. If you see where the polls are today, there's been a shift, a double-digit shift in favor of impeachment. I think, you know, you've changed your mind of where you were last week as the facts come out.
This one is pretty simple to me. I think the Mueller report, the American people, it was hard to pin the point, right? Of like, what was collusion? What can you actually nail him on? What is impeachable? This is pretty clear. And I got to the point a couple days ago, because I've been skeptical, because I feel like the media has been calling Wolf. You have Democrats have been calling Wolf since before he was in office. And this one, I think most people can understand this is not good.
Okay,
this
Trump
is bad.
Now, Trump is calling on Adam Schiff to resign. If you watched the thing yesterday, after his dramatization of the phone call that Trump made to the Ukrainian president, he did a little bit of a parody. Watch it.
This is the essence of what the president communicates. I hear what you want. I have a favor I want from you, though. And I'm going to say this only 7 times, so you better listen good. I want you to make up dirt on my political opponent, understand lots of it. And by the way, don't call me again. I'll call you when you've done what I asked. My summary of the president's call was meant to be at least part in parody. The fact that that's not clear is a separate problem in and of itself. Of course, the president never said, if you don't understand me, I'm going to say it 7 more times.
You know, sometimes the jokes should be left to the comedians.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know that that worked exactly, but I think he was going for a laugh somehow. And it reminds me of when Trump went, Russia, if you're listening, go and find Hillary's emails.
I didn't read it. That wasn't a joke.
And maybe the Second Amendment people will take care of her.
I didn't read it. I didn't read it as a joke at all, actually, because when I read the transcript, it sounded a lot like some of the wiretaps that I listened to when I was a federal prosecutor. And remember that Adam Schiff was a federal prosecutor, and I think what he was liking it to was when a mafia don says, "I got, I'm asking you for a favor. I'm going to give you an offer you can't refuse."
Yeah.
And I think that's
There's
where he
a lot
was
of that going around.
But I think
that's
if
where
you
he was
have to
going.
clarify that it's a parody, you've done it wrong. I
Yes.
also think tonally, when you're opening up the investigation into impeaching our president about possible trades for information for money, this is not a time for parody at all. I can't stand Adam Schiff. I think he's the worst kind of partisan in Washington. And they should have some kind of person like a Joe Manchin running this, someone that conservatives are more comfortable with, because he has proven himself to be a partisan hack over and over. And no, with all due respect, you're on the left.
Yeah.
I'm on the right. And I'm telling you, I don't trust him. And the problem with, as the final holdout,
Who would you
I just
trust
said
on
Joe
the left?
Manchin.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Joe Manchin's in the Senate.
I know, but I'm just saying
Nancy would be
someone
better.
in that
Manchin is
vein.
Republican by all.
But someone in that vein.
Even Nancy, I think, would be better.
The point I'm trying to make is that I don't trust Adam Schiff,
Yeah.
and I also I'm the last holdout as usual at this table about impeachment on all things. And I will say that they should have someone up there who is not going to make a parody of it, not going to have to clarify themselves in any way. Someone who's very serious, who's going to lay this out to conservatives and Republicans and Trumpers in the middle of the country who are confused, who don't want a redo of Mueller and the Russia.
But let's face it, that was one small parody. And
No,
again,
why do a parody?
but if you've listened to Adam Schiff from the very beginning, he has been cogent.
He has no
been
credibility,
clear.
though,
He has
with
been.
the Republicans.
He has been.
But it serves to
He's on the
distract and
Intelligence Committee.
obfuscate, so he needs to not
Adam
get
Schiff
cutesy.
is the man.
Okay,
he
we
is
gotta go.
fantastic.
I have to say, though, it's...
But with all due respect, again, he doesn't need you. He needs me.
He needs you.
For
Well,
the final time, these guys don't need anybody at this table except me to believe
It
that
is
at
a
this
little
point,
bit
because
rich.
everybody else
It's a little
I don't
rich.
like Adam Schiff.
Trump,
I'm
wait
not
a
a fan
second.
of Adam
It's
Schiff.
very rich for Trump to say that Adam Schiff lying from the liar-in-chief. Coming up, it was just announced that J-Lo and Shakira will be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show, and Twitter is going nuts over it. We'll be talking about that right